Okay, y'all, today we're gonna make some stuffed melitons. We're gonna stuff them with like a ground meat mixture. I'm gonna cut them in half first and remove the seeds. And you have to cut them in half along the, whatever that is, along the crack. Then we're just gonna take the spoon and dig that out. And then now we're gonna go ahead and put those in some boiling water. Get them boiling and let them boil for about 45 minutes. In the meantime, I'm supposed to be chopping up the Trinity, but all I have is onions and celery, so I'm gonna use that. Usually I put some bell pepper. I just don't have any. I think one onion's gonna be enough. All right, now we got those boiling for about 20 minutes so far. And I browned down a pound of ground meat. Put all of this right down in there because it was really lean ground meat, like a 93. I don't know why I put it in this pan because I'm gonna have to transfer this to something bigger. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, don't do that, y'all. All right, I transferred it to this. Gonna season our meat with some garlic powder, some black pepper, some salt. I'm gonna add in a big old spoon of garlic. And let's do cooking with Cajun's voodoo seasoning today. I'm gonna drop in 1 can of chicken broth. I'm gonna also add about a half can of water. And bring this up and let it cook. You're making this almost like you would make a rice dressing stuffing. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this fire off and we're gonna dump these out in a minute and let them cool off. These are still gonna be a little bit hot, but we're just gonna scoop out a bunch of this squash meat and try not to bust up the outside of it, like that. The reason I'm scooping this out into this strainer is because these things are full of juice, y'all. And so we're gonna try to get some of it out. And you put all these on a sheet pan, ready to stuff. And when you're scooping them out, it's gonna gather juice in the bottom of them, so you just get that out of there too. Now we have all of our mirliton halves, some a little bit prettier than others, and we're gonna set those on the side. I'm just gonna try to get some of this juice out of here because it's just a lot. You don't have to do this, but it does help, okay? You can't see it, but that's like a 1/2 inch of liquid. Put all the mirlitons into the ground meat mixture. This is better. Now we're gonna get breadcrumbs. And you're just gonna put them in a little at a time and fold it in until you like the consistency of this. I have used sourdough breadcrumbs like that I homemade before, so you can just use any kind of breadcrumbs, but this is just the little Walmart breadcrumbs. Turn the heat off. Put all of those in there. That was like 3/4 of a container. And don't be afraid to taste this and season it, y'all, because the mirlitons are very mild. You want the stuffing to have a good bit of seasoning in it. Now we're gonna stuff them all with buku of that. Fill them up. Just stuff them full. If you got any left over, you can just eat that with a spoon, y'all. I don't know how to make it pretty. I know how to make it taste good, but I don't know how to make it pretty, y'all. Let me see if I can stack some on there. See that? Now I'm gonna put some breadcrumbs on these and some Parmesan cheese. Ooh, they got a little kick to them. I might have overdid it just a tad on the on Aubrey's seasoning, but that's okay. We ain't, you know, we ain't weak up in here. We actually got a mix, like some Italian cheese. Let me grab it, and I'm just gonna load them down. You can't ever go wrong with cheese. It's gonna be melted. Y'all, this is the most messiest mirliton I ever made in my life. We're gonna bake these at 350 for a little while. I'll let you know my final time when they come out. All right, y'all, that is what they look like when they are done. You can make them with shrimp if you want to. That's another one of my favorites, but this is just ground meat, breadcrumbs, and the Trinity, and some broth. All right.
All right.
Taste tester. Your hair look crazy. You got a poof ball on top.
I don't care. This is so good. Sauce bon, y'all.
All right, sauce bon.